Hello and welcome to IndiaTV Education.
Uh, as we all know that NEET-UG exams are around the corner. It has been scheduled to be held on September 12th, 2021. And this is the last moment. There are only 2 days left to the exam. And students are obviously very stressed about how to go ahead in this short notice with the preparation. So we are here today to discuss on the important tips that students can follow in the last minute. And today with us, we have Mr. Anurag Tiwari. He's the director of Aakash Medical. And this is Arnab Mitra, and I am Kajari. So we'll start the discussion now.
Yeah. Mr. Anurag, uh, regarding the NEET preparation, what do you think that which sections students should give more stress to prepare in the last minute?
Yeah, thank you, Arnab and Kajari, for having me here. So, in the last minute, just 2-3 days to go. So, I would not say on emphasizing certain things which is beyond the scope of what already students have learned. So, my special emphasis on whatever you have learned so far in your preparation days, maybe 1 year, 2 year, or 3 months, 4 months. So, you back your strength. You go on to the revising the things what you have already learned of, so that you can be better while you get the questions from those areas, rather than going behind those areas where you have not worked so far. What are your weak areas? Wherever you find yourself weak enough, don't go behind that. Whatever is your strength, go and back for that only, right? So if you talk about sections, so physics, chemistry, biology, 3 sections are there. And in these 3 sections, all the syllabus which is given in the NCERT, that is also the syllabus of NEET. So there is nothing where from question would not be asked. Everywhere there are questions, right? Questions can be asked from everywhere. But again, as I already said, back your strength. If you have prepared for 60 chapters out of total 96 chapters, then don't rush behind rest of the 36 chapters. Go behind only 60 chapters what you have already prepared as of now. This is for the last minute thing.
Basically,
It would have been
vital.
2-3 months. Yeah.
So basically, it is vital to revise the things that we have already learned rather than trying to learn something new at the last minute.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
सर प्रीवियस ईयर का अगर जाएंगे हम नीट एग्जाम के लिए, तो प्रीवियस ईयर में कौन सी सेक्शन में टफ क्वेश्चंस आए हैं और कोई रिपीटेटिव क्वेश्चंस है क्या? कोई मतलब टिप्स है कि ये क्वेश्चन और ऐसी सेक्शन ऐसी चैप्टर से क्वेश्चन ज्यादा आता है, फिजिक्स, केमिस्ट्री, बायो, कोई भी सेक्शन में?
या सो बहुत उम्दा क्वेश्चन आपने पूछा है ये. लेट मी टेल यू, इन लास्ट 5 years NEET is asking continuously repetitive concept, continuously repetitive pattern of questions.
Okay.
So there is a lot of similarity, right? And now if you talk about these specific topics, specific chapters, then I would say in chemistry, if you talk about, then the periodic trends of chemical and physical properties of elements and compounds, that has already been a hot topic for NEET. इसके अलावा आप अगर फिजिक्स में मूव करते हैं तो लॉजिक गेट, every year they are asking the similar kind of question from logic gate. Moment of inertia, they are again and again asking similar kind of question. And in the same way, if you go with the mechanics part, then there are certain areas of laws of motion जहाँ पे block के questions होते हैं, they call it normal forces, वहाँ पे लगातार questions पूछ रहे हैं, combination of errors में questions लगातार पूछ रहे हैं. And then if you go for the biology, then the reproductive health is a very, very common topic where from continuously questions are being asked. Evidences in human evolution, continuously questions are being asked. So these are the basic areas where you can say repetitive questions are being asked in NEET examination since last 5 years.
Okay.
And in order to prepare well for these kind of repetitive questions, there is single strategy, and that is actually go through all the 5 years previous mock test papers, papers, I would say, not even mock, previous papers of NEET, 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20. And at the last moment, students can do it really well. And if they would be solving these questions on 12th of September, that is the day of NEET 2021, they would definitely be finding certain questions which are exactly replica of what they have already solved from the previous year papers. So it's a recommendation from my end. At the last moment, go behind the previous year papers.
So, as you're talking about to look at the previous year exams, question papers, is it how helpful would it be if they practice mock test and take mock tests during this time? I mean, is it really helpful? Should they look for the previous year question papers only, or should they go for the mock tests also?
Correct. Very, very nice follow-up question. I was expecting this question to be there. So, पहले previous year questions आप देखिए, and then mock test is utmost important for every aspirant at this point in time. और क्यों important है? Let me tell you, there are reasons. See, exactly अगर हम एग्जाम को उस 3 घंटे के एग्जाम्स को इमेजिन करें एक बार कि वो क्या एटमॉस्फेयर होने वाला है, तो वी कैन आल्सो रिकॉल आवर डेज व्हेन वी वर सिटिंग इनटू द एग्जामिनेशन, राइट? तो वो रियल सिमुलेशन, that real simulation is needed for a student to prepare themselves so that they do not get anxious, they do not get stressed while they go for the real examination for those 3 hours. So उसके लिए जब वो मॉक टेस्ट पेपर लिखते हैं तो दे गेट टू नो कि टाइम मैनेज कैसे करना है मुझे, हाउ आई हैव टू गो फॉर द बबलिंग ऑफ द सर्कल्स, मेरी स्ट्रेटजी क्या होगी सब्जेक्ट टू सब्जेक्ट मूव करने की, बिकॉज नाउ दे वुड बी हैविंग क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम 96 चैप्टर्स फ्रॉम ऑल द 4 सब्जेक्ट्स, so how to switch from one subject to another subject. These all are the strategy things which students must know, and how they would get to know before they appear in the NEET 2021. There is only way out, that is writing the NEET mock test papers. Also, important thing is not just to understand the subject through attempting the mock test paper, but understanding the real environment what they are going to have during NEET. नीट का एग्जाम 2 to 5 में होता है, राइट? मिडिल ऑफ द डे, a little lazy time. We also understand the same thing, right? So accepting the same environment and acclimatizing oneself on that particular environment of 2 to 5 is also equally important. And as per the new protocol of NTA, you have to wear mask, you have to be आपको कपड़े भी कुछ इस तरीके के पहनने हैं जिसमें आप कोई चीज छुपा नहीं सकते हैं. You can't wear so many things here and there. So all those real simulation is also required. So that's why attempting mock test, and that too in the real environment what you are going to face in NEET, that is utmost important. Right. And this is the right strategy at the last moment.
Yes. जैसे मेरा colleague ने आपको mock test के बारे में पूछ रहा था, I have a question like in this year in JEE Main, we see that the difficulty level of the paper been reduced due to this pandemic situation is going on. So can we expect that reduction of difficulty level in this NEET exam?
So Arnab, I would like to take you 1 year behind.
Right.
NEET 2020 के दौरान भी यही pandemic situation थी, right? ठीक है. सो नीट 2020 से अगर मैं एक्सपीरियंस लूं तो नीट 2020 का पेपर रिलेटिवली इजी आया था. अगर मैं 16, 17, 18, 19 सारे पेपर्स को अगर मैं कंपेयर करूं तो नीट 2020 पेपर वाज क्वाइट इजी, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट स्टूडेंट्स हैव स्कोर्ड रियली वेरी हाई.
Right.
So similar thing we can expect in 2021 as well, right? Similar paper must be there, and I'm sure that is gonna be. But in addition to that, I would like to emphasize one more thing. NTA ने इस बार इस pandemic situation को देखते हुए, students के challenges को देखते हुए, उन्होंने एक बहुत अच्छा step लिया, and that step was giving students flexibility of 5 questions to leave in each and every subject.
Right.
Right.
Means they have divided section A, section B, and in section B, if you have got stuck with for certain questions, you can leave. 5 questions you can already leave, and only 10 questions you need to attempt. So that is also a very, very positive step for the students from the side of NTA. So I am expecting this year again, it is gonna be really very, very scoring.
So in this regard only, there's this one question. We were talking to some of the aspirants. So what I could understand from their perspective is that they are more anxious because of the time duration that has been stretched because of the pandemic situation. A lot of all the students actually are learning the same things. They are reading the same things again and again. and there was this uncertainty whether the exams will
You
be
will
held
postpone
or
her.
will be
Yes.
postponed. So there's a lot of uncertainty, the feeling of uncertainty and anxiety, plus there's boredom. So how do you advise them to cope with that? Because of course the time has been a gift, because you get to prepare better, but there's also come this one bad thing, that is boredom with it, because you're repeating the same thing again and
Yes.
again. So what would be your
Sorry.
advice, yes, to how should they go with
Deal
it?
with mental stress. Yeah.
Correct. So this is the question which we face every day, since last 3-4 months, क्योंकि
Right.
हमारे पास स्टूडेंट्स हैं, वो आते हैं, सर क्या करें, there is no certainty, we don't know whether it will get conducted on 12th September or not. Some students are protesting as of now to postpone and so on and so forth.
And still
So
is trending.
I say them,
Need to be postponed.
yeah. Still trending. And a lot of students are supporting that also. So I always tell them only one thing, there are certain things which are not in your control, right? और जो आपके चाहने से हो भी नहीं सकता है कुछ. आप अगर चाहेंगे कि 12 सितंबर को एग्जाम हो, वो भी आपके कंट्रोल में नहीं है. आप अगर चाहेंगे 12 सितंबर को एग्जाम नहीं हो, वो भी आपके कंट्रोल में नहीं है. पेंडेमिक आपके कंट्रोल में नहीं है. So if there are certain things which are not in control, आप उसके बारे में सोचना ही बंद कर दीजिए. You focus on those things which are under your control. और आपके कंट्रोल में as of now सिर्फ एक ही चीज है कि 12 सितंबर को नीट होना है, which is the mandate as of now given by government and NTA. और 12 सितंबर के लिए अभी आप सिर्फ इतना कर सकते हो जो आपके कंट्रोल में है कि you can prepare yourself even better. You have got more time. You can utilize that time to prepare yourself and put your best foot forward so that 12th September is gonna be fantastic for you. So जो चीज आपके हाथ में नहीं है उसका मत सोचो, जो आपके हाथ में है वही आप करो. And let me correlate this situation with the 2020 again. So 2020 में ये uncertainty और ज्यादा थी.
Right.
2021 में तो फिर भी सिमिलर ट्रेंड चल रहा है. सो 2020 में जब स्टूडेंट्स को टाइम मिला, आई वुड नॉट से कि बहुत स्कोरिंग पेपर था लास्ट ईयर का, बहुत बच्चों ने हाई स्कोर किया बिकॉज ऑफ पेपर वाज इजी, ऐसा एग्जैक्टली एक ही रीजन नहीं था. दूसरा रीजन ये और भी था, स्टूडेंट हैव गॉट इनफ टाइम, they got revised everything again and again and again, and because of that their expertise was so high, and because of that this was the another reason, and because of that they have scored really great, and the cutoffs were very high. So time मिलने से boredom आता है, I can understand, but you prepare yourself really well. So this is another factor what we have got here in 2021 as well. This is blessings for the student as of now.
Right.
सर हम जैसे बात कर रहे थे मेंटल स्ट्रेस कैसे उसको हैंडल करना है, प्रिपरेशन वो भी चीज, एक चीज आता है कि मिस्टेक्स बहुत करते हैं हम एग्जाम में. तो आपके तरफ से कोई भी जो बच्चे कॉमन मिस्टेक्स करते हैं एग्जाम में, will you suggest some and how to avoid these common mistakes?
That's a really fantastic question. फिर से एग्जाम के उस 2 to 5 के ड्यूरेशन में बहुत अच्छे बच्चे जिनका हमें कई बार ये रहता है कि नहीं, दे विल बी स्कोरिंग रियली गुड एंड दे आर श्योर शॉट सिलेक्शन फॉर द MBBS एंड सो ऑन सो फोर्थ, वो भी कुछ मिस्टेक्स करके आते हैं. सो इट इज ऑल अबाउट द काइंड ऑफ एंजाइटी यू क्रिएट ऑन योरसेल्फ ड्यूरिंग दोस 3 hours. कई बार क्या होता है, स्टूडेंट स्टार्ट अटेम्प्टिंग द क्वेश्चन और 1 क्वेश्चन 2 क्वेश्चन 3 क्वेश्चन 2 से 3 क्वेश्चन हो गया और उसका आंसर नहीं आया, वो परेशान हो जाते हैं. और उस परेशानी में एक हार्मोनल जो इम्बैलेंस बॉडी में होता है उस समय, वो आपको इतना परेशान करता है कि आगे आपका पेपर खराब हो जाता है, आपका टाइम पूरा नहीं होता है, एंड आप बहुत सारी ऐसी गलती कर बैठते हैं जो कि आपसे एक्सपेक्टेड नहीं थी, आप खुद भी एक्सपेक्ट नहीं करते. तो ऐसी सिचुएशन में मेरी एक एडवाइस होती है कि whenever you find such questions where you get stuck, जहां पर आपसे बन नहीं रही है बात और आपका हार्मोनल इंबैलेंस बिगड़ रहा है, you immediately drop your pencil there, close your eyes for 15-20 seconds, take 3-4 deep breath, and then open your eyes and then go to the next question rather than looking at the same question. या फिर से वही क्वेश्चन, fresh attempt, right? फ्रेश अटेम्प्ट पर जाइए और वहां से आप देखेंगे कि अचानक से एक शिफ्ट होगा, कर्व नीचे जा रहा था फिर से अचानक से कर्व ऊपर जाएगा. तो दिस इज हाउ दे कैन डील विद दिस सिचुएशन वेयर दे कैन गो रॉन्ग एंड देयर पेपर कैन बी the way they would have expected, it would not go like that. लेकिन अगर इस तरीके की एक छोटी सी breathing activity करके अपनी
माइंड को
eyes
फ्रेश करते हैं,
फिर आगे
हाँ,
बढ़ें, they would be
राइट,
exactly.
राइट,
Second thing what they do, which comes under the category of silly mistake, reading of the questions. बहुत अच्छे अच्छे बच्चों के साथ में भी ऐसा होता है कि when they start reading the statement, sometimes they feel after reading the half statement, they anticipate what half it could be, and they go on to the answering on the options.
Right.
This is the biggest mistake which a student does. और ये हमें हर बार सुनने को मिलता है, हम इतना एडवाइस करते हैं बच्चों को, फिर भी ये चीजें कई बार बच्चों से सुनने में आती हैं. सो आई वुड एडवाइज एवरी स्टूडेंट, एग्जाम में आप बिल्कुल एंटिसिपेट मत करिए कि आगे के स्टेटमेंट ऑप्शंस क्या होंगे. योर फर्स्ट प्रायोरिटी इज टू रीड द एंटायर क्वेश्चन स्टेटमेंट केयरफुली and then read all the 4 options and then take the decision which option you have to go for. अगर आप ये एक्टिविटी करते हैं तो आप कम से कम 2 या 3 क्वेश्चन आपके जरूर ऐसे होंगे जिसमें आपका सिली मिस्टेक नहीं होगा, एंड यू वुड बी एबल टू अटेम्प्ट राइट. अदरवाइज क्वेश्चन आता है, कॉन्सेप्ट आता है, फिर भी लैक ऑफ रीडिंग ऑफ द क्वेश्चन लीड टू द इनकरेक्ट आंसर एंड इट कॉस्ट -5 मार्क्स.
सर कई बार ऐसा भी होता है कि जब OMR शीट फिल कर रहे हैं, इवन दो यू नो द राइट आंसर, आप गलत जगह टिक कर देते हो बिकॉज ऑफ द एंजाइटी दैट हैज बीन क्रिएटेड. सो दिस इज अ वे टू अवॉइड दैट आल्सो.
एग्जैक्टली वेरी वेरी राइट.
सर बच्चे मेहनत करते हैं क्योंकि हमको कुछ अच्छा कॉलेज में एडमिशन मिल जाए, हाँ, कोई भी कहाँ पर हम MBS एडमिशन ले. तो आई विल आस्क यू, कैन यू सजेस्ट like colleges where students can seek admission apart from AIMS? AIMS is obviously for MBBS. Other colleges, even private colleges, and also if the students are pursuing admissions abroad, like we discussed about Ukraine. Ukraine is very good for MBBS admission. So are there countries that it's good for Indian students? Your suggestion, yeah.
So the first thing is, if you talk about India only, then first thing is AIMS is of course the fantastic college, and if you talk about AIMS Delhi, but iske alawa, we have 575 colleges, right, in India, including government, private, deemed, and everything. 575 colleges. So there are plenty of government colleges which are really good enough where students can go apart from AIMS to study MBBS. The first thing is this. There are certain private universities as well which are doing good. They can go there also. But in case, because it is all about relative performance,
right?
NEET is having ranking, and after counseling you get a college, and it is also dependent on the state from which you belong to. Like अगर बच्चा दिल्ली का है तो दिल्ली में कट ऑफ बहुत ऊपर जाती है रिलेटिवली. सो दिल्ली में होने के कारण उनको स्टेट कोटा में सीटें मिलती नहीं है. उसी के पैरेलल अगर मैं गोवा, कर्नाटका की बात करूं तो वहां रिलेटिवली लो स्कोर पर भी MBBS कोर्स मिल जाता है. सो many students, of course 50 lakh students are going to write, but many students will not be getting a college even though they would be wanting to go for MBBS. So of course there are 2 options for them. One, go for abroad, and Ukraine, Russian countries are there where they can pursue MBBS. Australia they can pursue, China they can pursue MBBS. But apart from that, there is one more option, because pursuing MBBS from abroad is not a easy thing.
Right.
It costs a lot, right?
Right.
So every student who are here in India and willing to go for MBBS, they do not have that much money. So another option is whether they want to go for another attempt in NEET 2022, the first option out of this. And the second option is MBBS is not the end of a story.
Right.
You can have other alternative careers also, and go for that as per your passion, as per your choice, apart from MBBS, and you can pursue that. So these are the options what students must have.
Right.
So while we are in this topic, what would you say are the next best alternatives other than MBBS?
So there are various courses, although I would be saying it should be purely the choice of a student. However, if you talk about other alternative careers, then applied sciences, the one career. If I say applied sciences, means I'm not talking about basic sciences like physics, chemistry, botany, geology. I am talking about applied sciences, biotechnology. I'm talking about microbiology. I'm talking about going for applied chemistry. I'm talking about applied physics. There are plenty of courses nowadays running in topmost colleges of India. They can go for those courses as well, apart from MBBS. Apart from MBBS, you have pharmacy. If you want to go for professional courses only, you have pharmacy courses. You have veterinary sciences as well. You have agriculture. Now in many states, if you talk about MP, Rajasthan, UP, there are plenty of students who, if they do not get medical college for MBBS or they do not get any engineering college, then they opt for agriculture courses as well. BSc agriculture. These are also hot topic. In coming days, agriculture, not just coming days, but even today, agriculture is a hot topic.
Yes.
You know everything in that, right? So these are the alternative choices what students are having apart from going for MBBS, and many more choices they do have, but just they have to follow their instinct, their passion, what they want to do in the career.
Right. So as we are concluding, your suggestion for the NEET students, candidates who will take the exam on September 12th. Advice.
A note of message.
Message, yeah.
Yeah. So I would say, hold your nerves.
Right.
Be calm and composed. And now is the time to consolidate all your hard work of several months and years into one day. So just before a day of exam, channelize your all the mental and physical energies for NEET Day, 12th September. And believe you me, if you would be having faith, trust in your potential, you are going to have a fantastic day. All the very best to all the NEET 2021.
Yes. We also have the same message.
Right.
Yeah, stay calm and wish you all the success in the NEET exam.
For further details on NEET exams, JEE exams, and government job notifications, please continue watching our channel. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Arnab and Kajari. Thank you.